I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Well, yesterday, the video that was supposed to be showing you all the things that I did to tune this chainsaw wouldn't play. Came up black. Rather disappointing. Seems that somehow or another all the files got deleted, and when it went to upload to YouTube it had nothing to upload. But it went ahead and uploaded and said it was there, so I don't really understand how that worked, but in any case I'm going to redo this because I think it's important to understand how this works. Now, there's a lot of other videos talking about how they tune a Poulan P3314, but I want to do this one. There was an idea put forth that the carburetor shouldn't be adjustable, at least not easily. I don't know if this was planned obsolescence or something to make it so that you had to take it to a dealership to get the thing tuned up. Those screws in there are 7-spline screws. They don't have a slot head, they don't have a Phillips head, they don't have any of the standards. Even Robertson would be a really good idea on these, because then it couldn't fall off and it would be a common size. But in any case, I had to go buy a special set of screwdrivers. The ones I bought, nothing spectacular, but they're part number W1185. These were made by Performance Tool, and I got them at Menards. Menards here in Kalamazoo is on Gull Road. 6 different bits. This one takes the 7-spline screw. 6 of the most common 2-cycle small engine carburetor adjusting tools. Note, 21-tooth spline tool is used on equipment with Zama carburetors. Check the service manual for your specific brand configuration. And these are made in China, of course. Since I've had this in and out of there a dozen times, I know that this is the right screwdriver. This is the 7-spline. Don't know if you can see in there. We'll take a close-up shot of it so that you get a chance to see the inside of it. The 7 and the 21 both work because, you know, you can divide 21 by 3 and come up with 7. So it means that you can do a 7 or a 21 with a 21. But in this case, the 7 fits. Now what I do, after going through and studying a bunch of information on the Poulan, the low jet is on the lower left, the high jet is on the upper right, and this is the throttle. So when you look at the engine, we've got, this is the high jet, this is the low jet, and that is the throttle. The throttle is a small Phillips. So first thing I do is I take the Phillips screwdriver and I back out the idle until I see the throttle lever stop moving, and the throttle lever's over here. I can turn that in and see the throttle coming off closed. That's coming off closed, so the idle's up a little bit. Now I'm taking it down so the idle is off. And run it back in till it just touches. There, just a little bit. Now, I'm going to seat the high end screw, and I have this lobe up, so that's half a turn, one full turn, 1.5. 1.5 is where it's seated. You don't want to crank it down tight. You just want to take it down until it's seated, until it stops moving. Then take it back out. 1 full turn. Now I'm going to take it out to 1.25. Just so that should get it where it's going to start. Because I've already fiddled with this one, I know that it takes 1.25 to really get going. 2 days ago when I was actually doing the adjustment, I took it out to 1. The engine started, but it stumbled every time I tried to open the throttle. So I ended up opening the throttle. I'll probably be back on 1.5 before I'm all done. Now I go to the low end jet, and once again we go 1 turn in, 1 3/4, where it was running good 2 days ago when I started it. 1.5. That should get me at the running point. Ignition on. Idling. The chain's not moving. We got it. I'm going to put the filter and the cover back on, and we're going to check it again. Because just on the off chance that putting that filter back on is going to cause it to be choked just a little bit and might change the setting. I've tuned up chainsaws before. It never hurts to go back and refresh your memory on exactly how you want to go about it. And I went and watched a guy that I respect a great deal go through and set chainsaw to run, and that's the method I used. Buck and Billy Ray is pretty good at this, and he's an interesting fella. He does a good job explaining what he's talking about. Not happy with that cover. it goes on there and it works. It's kind of a pain in the neck to get it on. Takes a T20 spline on a Torx bit. Okay, hearing protection back on. Shouldn't need the choke. There, we got it tuned up. Safe edge file. There we go. Got the depth gauges all set. Chain's ready to run. Chainsaw's ready to run. Let's go see what it does. That Osage orange is some miserable stuff to cut. Also, I think I've got the chain filed a little incorrectly because it seems to wander off to one side. But the engine's running good. I still got to go back and dress the teeth a little bit. I think I'll get out the grinder and do it. I don't think my hand filing is as good as it should be because I'm definitely not cutting a straight line. Could be that this Osage orange is just hard as the hubs of Hades. This branch has been laying on the ground now for about 12 years and make good fence posts because it doesn't rot. Sapwood does. This is the bark and the sapwood just underneath that rotted off of it. Heartwood, solid as the day it was grown. Heartwood is as solid as the day it was cut. I'm happy with the saw. Got a little bit of tuning to do on the chain, but other than that, I'm pretty pleased. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.